Welcome to the Elevate podcast. If you live in Leander, Liberty Hill, or Cedar Park, Texas, and want to feel better, have more energy, and actually enjoy your workouts again, this podcast is for you. We are Cody and Carolyn, owners of Elevate Fitness and Physical Therapy, and we have built our business around helping real people get real results. Each week, we break down fitness, nutrition, and health in a way that actually makes sense, and we share real stories from our members and coaches who are living it out every day. Our mission is simple: build a stronger and healthier community, one person at a time. Let's dive in.
All right, welcome guys. This is our first podcast, so it is going to be a fun one. It might be a little awkward, but as everything in life, you just got to get some reps in. So here we are.
I'm Cody.
I'm Carolyn.
There we go.
He might
You
also call me
know.
Kai, just so you know.
Yeah.
But let's talk about our origin story.
We thought it'd be fun to just kind of see how we started the gym and kind of our whole fitness, business, I guess.
Yeah.
Health and wellness business.
Just a journey.
I guess our journey, yeah. So, really, I guess it goes back to me being a physical therapist, right? And not loving the career path I chose at the moment.
Yeah, it wasn't like the work itself, it was the system you were caught up in. So after he graduated school, he, like any bright-eyed, bushy-tailed physical therapist, they go into the working world and they just get like pummeled. And it's kind of like the insurance world just spits you out.
Yeah, the system, the healthcare system that we currently have is not great if you really will care about patients and clients.
Yeah.
And it makes it very difficult to actually spend time with them, and you end up just spending a lot more time doing paperwork and working with the patient for 5 minutes because that's just the way it works. And
Yeah.
so,
You were seeing like 30 plus patients a day, I felt like.
no,
Okay.
it was like 15.
15, but that's still quite a
But
bit.
still.
And not only that, but like you said, you're spending such a little amount of time with them to make that difference really is
And it's not what I went to school for.
for sure.
That's not what any of the
For
physical
sure.
therapists go to school for. Same with MDs. It's all,
Yeah. And
But
then
anyways.
it didn't help that the place he was working at, the second place he ended up working at, he found out that they were kind of doing some shady stuff with billing and paperwork, and just it ethically didn't sit well with us, and so he quit. And
it wasn't filling my cup.
there you go.
It was just felt like a job, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, we were having our
Second baby.
and I wanted to help you out, so I was planning on just working part-time for a while, and before we went back into it, and then just kind of turned out
For sure. And this
quit
was during
altogether.
COVID too. So
Tail end of COVID.
tail end of COVID, but gyms were still like closed and things like that. And then what ended up happening, our neighbor actually approached you.
Yeah, and just he wanted to get healthier. Shout out to Joel, our neighbor, and he was like, "Hey, can you help train me in your garage?" Because we had a little gym set up that basically
It was a very nice gym
It
setup.
was nice, but it was not that big at first.
For sure.
And then
Okay.
it grew, right? But he just knew that we had a setup. He's like, "Hey, can you help train me?" Because he didn't know, specifically how to do strength training and stuff. So he's just like, "Hey, can you help me out?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And then that kind of transitioned to a couple
of my
other
friends wanted to work out, and I was like, "Yeah, come on over. I'll work out with you." And then it ended up me like more personally training them, and then they brought friends, and all of a sudden we kind of looked around and we had a garage
Just
full
like,
of like
"Hey, maybe we can
8 people at a
maybe we
time.
can get some more people," and
Yeah.
started, and that's really how we started in our garage, just kind of local community reaching out like on Facebook and just kind of
Yeah.
like, "Hey, we have this gym, and we know not all these gyms are open right now, so if you want to come work out."
Yeah. And then gyms did open up, and I started actually working out at a local gym because I love to like work out with people. I like people to push me. So they had a position open.
Well, that was kind of before, I guess we could really say that, but
Was
I
that
was
before?
actually, when I quit, I was starting to coach as well.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, and that's kind of where
And I saw him
we
just
got the
get
idea
shiny
from, I
again.
guess.
Yeah, like I would just remember for months and months he was so burnt out on this work, and he would come home and just like, like flat energy, just like wasn't excited to just be living. I know that sounds like not that you were gonna like, yourself, but you know what I mean. Um, um, but yeah, then I saw him get shiny again, and that was amazing. I saw you get shiny. That was a big
Yeah,
deal.
and I think that's
I
kind
saw
of
something
where,
there.
and it clicked, I guess, in my head at that time too, of just like how I could bridge the gap between physical therapy and working out, something that I always loved to do. I guess, it was kind of a dream of mine, I guess.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I've been working out since I was 12 years old, so not like something new to me. It was something I always loved doing. I just figured out a way to kind of connect the two, right?
But here's the thing. So I'm super risk averse, and I'm like very statistically minded. I look at things and I look at numbers, and I really look at risk, benefit, reward kind of stuff like that. And opening up a gym, what is it? What's the statistic? Like 80% of gyms close within 2 years of opening. It is some crazy statistic that,
I'm not specifically, I have to look that up, but yeah.
but I was like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we're going all in. Like, failure is not an option.
Well, and also it's not, if you look at businesses in general, it's not super lucrative, right? And
No,
so
it's
that
very
was
not.
like another factor too, of like, can we sustain a lifestyle with a family if we do this?
For sure.
And we're
And
both all in on it.
And
right?
remember, well, I wasn't gonna quit my job. Remember, like I
Yeah.
owned an e-commerce business, which I ended up selling. But I remember I even said, if we open up the gym and we break even, or even if we make 10K a year off of it, I call that a success.
Yeah.
And so I had a very low bar. My bar was don't close and help people. Like, I'll figure out the money situation, we'll figure it out. But as long as he was shiny and he was happy, like that's what I cared about, and that we were helping people. So yeah, we went all in. And remember how many spots we looked at?
That was a lot.
We looked at,
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you how many retail spots we looked at. And specifically one, it was right next to a Subway, and the air vent went straight into the room. And so the room would always smell like Subway bread. And I remember going in and
Always.
just gagging. I was like, we
She
can't
always
open that
had a
gym.
thing about the smell of Subway. It just triggers her for some reason. I
So
don't
you
know.
guys are welcome that we are not next to a Subway that smells like yeasty bread all the time, because how weird would that be to work out in?
Yeah, but then when we did finally decide to find a space, it kind of was.
It was like divine intervention. That's what I say, finding this spot. So yeah, just how everything kind of clicked, and we ended up getting a wonderful price. Landlord is chill.
Yeah.
Things are good. Yeah.
So that kind of just, once we decided to go in, then it was kind of like, okay, well, we got to do this now.
Yeah.
And so,
And the way we got capital to start is not how I would normally tell people to start a business, because it was super risky again. We ended up getting a credit card, right? A 0% APR credit card for a year, and essentially maxed it out and said, go big or go home. Like, we have to do this. Like, again, failure is not an option.
yeah.
And so we had to buy all the rubber flooring, all the equipment, just everything, like permits, all the things that you think would, the sign for the front, all of that stuff added up, even more so than I thought. And
I mean, I guess we kind of got lucky that I think at the time, like you said, it was right at the end of COVID, things were just starting to open back up, and I think people were really craving human interaction.
for sure.
And so it kind of helped us with that initial bump
Yeah.
to
And
kind of get people in. But at the same time, 2 other gyms opened up within 2 miles of us as well. So,
yeah.
it wasn't like, I guess, easy, but definitely put in a lot of work.
Mhm.
But I think, something, kind of one of the reasons that we thought of what kind of drove us to start it, right, was more of something that we saw a gap in area that we really wanted to fill. And that was, we had both come from more of a, I don't know if you say competitive, but a more intense environment that we kind of like what we enjoyed as far as working out, because it just
we would do
keep us
local
motivated.
competitions. Like, we were super into the fitness world.
Right,
And-
and we like that because it helped motivate us, right? But we
But-
realized that that's not everybody. That's us, and we love working out, but a lot of people don't love working out, and they just realize they need to do it to be healthy, right?
Yeah, and I learned that kind of the hard way. So we were at a gym back in California, and I was so imagine this big gym, and they had like a competitors group and kind of like normal people group, right? And they had them work out kind of side by side, but the competitors group, we were loud, we were, shirts were off, like short shorts, all the things. And I got a Facebook DM from one of the girls in the regular class, and she was like, hey, like, I left that gym because you and your crew intimidated me. Like, she felt excluded from us. And that kind of rocked my world. And like, wow, I didn't realize the way we were acting could impact somebody else's fitness journey. And I felt really guilty in that way. And I said, I never want to make anybody feel like that ever again. Like, obviously it was so unintentional, but the way you live your life, and I felt horrible, because that possibly could have been the gym that changed her life, and it now wasn't, right? Because of me and my friends goofing around in the corner being competitive. And so we decided when we opened up a gym, we didn't want to cater to the competitive side, competitive nature, because it took away the opportunity to help the people that like would normally not be into fitness or normally be nervous about working out with people or starting their fitness journey. So that's how really like we differentiated ourselves and how we wanted to help normal people.
Yeah, it was more just, can we get someone that, would normally not even want to step into a gym, can they come to us and feel comfortable and feel like a welcoming environment? I feel like that's what we really tried to, from the beginning, really start. It's kind of evolved over time, but definitely like from the beginning we knew like, hey, we don't want those people that are super competitive. Like, you can still make a workout be hard and have that intensity without having that same mindset of, I need to beat this person, or
For sure. And that's
make sure you're the best person in the gym,
And that goes with the reasons we don't have a leaderboard at our gym. We have a dress code. Kind of those things that would normally attract those competitive people, we decided not to include in our gym model.
Those are all kind of things we started from the beginning.
Yeah.
Looking back at it, it's like it was always there.
Yeah.
We say it more vividly now, but like I think at the beginning it was just always
Well,
implied.
We got a lot of, as you know, we were like in the fitness space already, and we kind of got made fun of for implementing a dress code. We got a lot of teehees, I can't believe they're doing that, like how stupid, like a lot of those words behind our backs. And you know what? Let them talk, because we ended up helping people, helping people that normally wouldn't have started their fitness journey. And that makes me happier than anybody talking behind my back. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, let them talk.
Yeah, it's always been more enjoyable to have that person that, one, has never worked out, or two, that's just hasn't worked out in years, and they're afraid to go back because they're like, oh, I remember what it's like to walk into a gym, or, they've been to the 24-hour fitnesses, the crunch fitnesses, and they just see all the people and they're like, ah.
And they're like half naked, wearing stringers.
Especially now that everybody's got their phone out, like
Oh,
recording
yeah.
themselves, doing the video. So it's like we really tried hard to make that environment not
The antithesis of that,
Right.
essentially.
So-
Yeah.
And then, hopefully we've done a good job. I feel like our
Oh,
community
yeah.
is only grown since then in a positive way, and I think everybody enjoys that we have made those kind of.
For sure. I love that we're different. And I think that is what makes people win here and get amazing results, amazing transformations, not only physical transformations, but confidence, kind of walking to a room and, having their head and shoulders up, that, you know what I mean? Like, not just physical, like, yeah, their A1C's down, they're sleeping better, they're a better father, a better wife, like, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But we've created, and it's really cool that we've created an environment that lets people become a better person.
Yeah. It's hard to take a second to reflect on that.
Yeah.
But
So we'll put a bow on this and say that was our origin story. And if you stuck through this podcast, thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
More to come. Hopefully they'll be smoother.
For sure.
Helpful, please share it with a friend, family member, or neighbor who could benefit from it too. Our mission is to help build a healthier, stronger community right here in Leander, Liberty Hill, and Cedar Park, and every share helps us reach more people. If you want to learn more about Elevate Fitness, Elevate Physical Therapy, or any of the topics we discussed today, visit us on all the socials or our website. Until next time, keep showing up, keep taking small steps forward, and keep elevating your life.